Hey, what is up, you sexy beasts? GhostSickness or Tristan here. Now, I was thinking of having some basic cliff notes on this video to basically things I wanted to hit on, whereas I'm going to talk about the most important thing you'll ever learn in your entire life, all right? You're like, what are you talking about, dude? This is going to be some cliche bullshit, and you're right. Yeah, it's going to be something rather cliche, and it's kind of a rant. I kind of just wanted to go off on it. And I talked about it on Twitter a little bit, and basically, given my new kind of lifestyle, I guess, how much my life has changed dramatically lately, I wanted to really talk about it, and I feel I definitely have to add my 2 cents in this topic, and yeah, so anyway, what's the most important thing you'll ever learn? The most important thing you'll ever learn in your entire life, and I'm going to tell you right now, is that you do not need a relationship to be happy. And you're like, dude, but Tristan, man, I want a relationship more than anything, and I'm going to tell you right now, honestly, they're great, okay? There is sides of relationships that are great. There is times where they're just fucking phenomenal, and there's nothing better, etc., right? Just spending that much time with one person, right? It's cool, it's nice, and you have that bond, you have the sexual chemistry as well, or whatever, the physical chemistry, whatever you want to, classify it up to. You have both chemistries as well. It's not the same as hanging out with your bro, all right? It's not the same as hanging out with your best friend, because you have that added level of, physicality, you have that added level of realism to it, and it makes it a lot different. It makes it much different than just hanging out with your guy friend, or, doing that shit with just some guy, or like a dog or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's totally different, and it's unique and everything, and I get the desire for it, but honestly, you do not need a relationship to be happy, okay? I am happy right now. I am very, very good. I am very happy right now. I'm very content, and life is good, man. Life is very different than it was last year. Life is very different than it was, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, whatever. But I could not love it more, dude. It's fucking awesome, and, I'm single, right? Cool, great. I'm still trying to kind of figure out, what's going on and hook up and stuff like that, and kind of learn, the game and everything like that. I'm approaching 21, and, I'm not really approaching 21. I'm like 19 and a half right now, but still, I'll get there, guys. I'll get there one day at a fucking time. But, yeah, so relationships are great at all, but not perfect. Like, you don't really know what goes on behind the scenes in a relationship, right? Like, you only see them in front of you. You don't see their fights. You don't see their, crazy moments. You don't see their angry, nights sleeping next to each other, or sleeping, in separate beds or whatever, or just having issues in the relationships, the problems that they work on a daily basis. Now, there are stories that happen between my ex and I that I will never fucking tell you guys, and I'm sorry. Like, I am really personal. I am really open, probably one of the most open people I know, but there are just some things that I just am not going to make videos of. There really is. Some things just need to stay private, and really hearing that from me is probably a little strange, because you guys have seen the shit on my channel. Like, I really do talk about everything, and I've talked about some really embarrassing shit, and it's not that it's embarrassing, it's just that it's not between you guys. It's not between us. It was between her and I, and that's it. That's where it's gonna stay. And so that's true with every relationship, right? The reason I brought that up is that is true with every fucking relationship out there, right? There's stuff behind the scenes. Oh, we never fight. Oh, we never fight. That is complete fucking bullshit, all right? If you ever hear that, no, it's just complete malarkey, dude. It's totally fake. It cannot exist, okay? A relationship cannot exist without fighting, and if you do, it's just gonna blow up one day, because honestly, fights are necessary. Disagreements are necessary. You guys will not agree on everything 100% of the time, and that is okay. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, dude, what the fuck? You're going off on this relationship shit. I'm single. I've never been in a relationship. Like, what the fuck? You know what? I honestly hope you're happy. And the main thing I wanted to hit on in this video, and the main thing I really, really want to focus on, is focus on your damn self, all right? If you guys aren't, making your life the best life it can be, if you guys aren't living, and having memories and having awesome nights and everything like that outside of just this desire to have a girlfriend, then you're not truly, like, living a good life. Like, you're not doing yourself justice in this case, man. It makes absolutely no sense to be like, oh, I need a girlfriend. And it's like, well, what do you do with your life? I play video games, and let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I play video games, and no girl's gonna want to be like, oh my god, you are the most attractive, the most fuckable. Like, I just want to be with you more than anybody right now, because no other guy plays video games, like you do, or some shit. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen. All right, dude. You guys, I'm not saying you guys like have to hit the gym. I'm not saying you guys have to do all these sorts of crazy adventures and shit like that. But it is honestly beneficial, and it helps you. Now, look, I am no slayer, all right? I am no pussy slayer, player, no female god, all right? I hope you guys know that, and I'm gonna make more rejection stories, so I really drive that point home. But a lot of you guys see my success stories, and you're like, damn, dude, this guy must get laid like 3 times a week. No, no, could not be less true. You know what I mean? I definitely am not the player you guys may chalk me up to be. I know certain videos and everything like that, you're like, damn, dude, you talk about getting like hooking up like every week or whatever. It's like, no, I really don't. It's just multiple stories that I have because, I'm not, a player or anything like that, but I've had my fair share of experience. I've dated a lot of girls. I've, done a lot of things and had a lot of stories from these experiences with these girls. And it's, I want to relay them to you guys, but I'm also going to relay you to the rejection, to the fails, to the fall throughs, to the bullshit, everything like that, because there's so many failures that go on when it comes to like getting into relationships. Now, there's a thing, right? Cool, maybe you got over a breakup, right? And you're trying to get over a breakup or something, and you miss certain things about that person, right? That's totally normal, and that makes a lot of sense. And you're like, oh man, I miss this, but I really don't miss this, and this. And you're like, well, fuck, man. How can I have these first 2 things without these last 4 things? If that makes sense. And you really just have to be like, well, shit, okay, well, what do I want? Okay, cool, is this person what I want? No? Okay, well, we're not gonna date, and that's totally okay, man. I know for guys, girls are basically a numbers game, all right? And girls, you won't really understand this maybe because you don't have to do the chasing. You don't have to really do the work. Girls basically just have to sit back and wait for guys to come to them and then weed them out accordingly. Like, oh, is this guy attractive? No? Okay, well, is this guy attractive? Okay, well, out of these 2 guys, which one is more attractive? You know what I mean? And so it's very, very strange, and girls have to do that, whereas guys have to be like, all right, does this girl find me attractive? No? Okay, does this girl find me attractive? Okay, out of these 2 girls who both find me attractive, fucking rare, right? Which one do I find more attractive and stuff like that? So, guys definitely get a say, guys definitely get a choice in this, but honestly, they do not get nearly the same amount of choice, to be as picky as girls do. And it totally makes sense. And there's a total, physical reason behind it all. And I could get into it, but I'm really not going to. I'm going to summarize this basically as this, guys, and it's a really simple thing. Guys can have as many kids as they want, and girls can't. So girls have to be choosy about their partners. Basically, that's it. So it's really just a biological thing, and it has kind of morphed society to do that as well. And so, there's all these things about how to get a girl to chase you, etc., and everything like that, and how to be certain this, that, and the other thing. And honestly, all those articles, it's really interesting. They kind of like, contradict themselves. Like one article will say to do one thing, and the other article's like, no, never ever do that thing, do this instead. And you're like, well, what the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I follow? And something I really want to convey, and I know this video has been all over the place because it really is just a rant, but I really just wanted to drive this point home that you don't need to be in a relationship to be happy, right? Is the fact that when you click with a person, you just click. It just fucking works. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to overthink anything. You don't have to put in this crazy amount of effort, do anything shitty like that. The only reason you should put in effort is if you know they're going to reciprocate and you know they're going to like you for you and everything like that, and all this effort is going to be worth your while. Like, for example, okay, let's say there's a girl you're not really sure likes you, and you go all out. You go fucking balls to the walls asking this girl to prom, right? You get all sorts of shit. You get a limo, you get flowers, you get her fucking family in on it. I don't know. I'm not even going to craft like a promposal for you guys. But anyway, you go all out, and you ask her, and she's like, I just kind of want to be friends, or I don't really think of you that way, or I'm not really into that. And you're like, well, fuck, I just wasted $400 on this limousine and all these flowers in your corsage and shit, and you're telling me you don't want to go to prom with me. Like that kind of shit. Now, I'm being dramatic a little bit, obviously, but honestly, you guys, I hate how much people think relationships matter. I hate how much they're like, oh man, goals, like, oh, you need to be in a relationship at all points of time. You really don't. Sometimes they have a time and a place. I will say that much. They have a fucking time and a place where, you know what, maybe for you right now, being in a relationship is the best thing for you. And honestly, there is a time and a place for it, and that is okay. I'm not shitting on relationships. I'm not saying, oh, fuck relationships because I just got out of one. Like, no, dude, that's really not it. I love having relationships with, with people that I'm super close with and I just want to get closer with, and then you stay together with that person for a long time and you really get intimate, you really get connected with that person, and you know them on a better level, better than you've ever known anybody ever. Cool, that part's great. However, it's not all fucking sunshine and rainbows, guys. I want you to fucking know that, all right? Relationships are not this pot of gold, it's not always greener on the other side. You might even be less happy with somebody than you are without somebody. So really, honestly, it does depend on the person. There are people who will bring you down in life, and there are people who will lift you up in life. Definitely always be with the person who will lift you up in life, man, because if they're not, if they even bring you down like occasionally, man, you got to get the fuck out of there, because you don't need that in your life. You know what I mean? You really just don't need somebody to bring you down in your life. And that's not what happened with me. I'm just saying. Yeah, so they're really great in their own respect, but you don't need them. It's okay to want them. It's okay to want a girlfriend, to want a more intimate connection and everything like that, but focus on your damn self first, man. If you guys are not desirable, if you guys are not the best versions of you can fucking be, then why the fuck would a girl want to be with you when she's got 6 other options texting her that are much better candidates for you, and then you get all butthurt when she rejects you, man? It really makes no fucking sense. So don't worry about it too much. Don't stress about it too much, guys. Just have a good time. If your friend invites you out, say yes, you know what I mean? Don't just be like, oh, no, I'm just going to sit at home and play Xbox, you know what I mean? I'm not going to do anything tonight or whatever. Dude, definitely do it. So guys, I really hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like on it. Honestly, this is the most important thing you'll ever learn, is that you don't need a relationship to be happy. There are definitely other ways to be happy. They have their time and their place, but honestly, they're not for everybody, and not every person is compatible. And if you're not with somebody for a certain reason, then it was a good reason to not be with that person, if that makes sense. But anyway, I know I was all over the place. Enjoy this video. I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys. I really love doing that. Stay sexy, you beasts. Later.